You also had very strong use of rhetoric devices. For example, there was the doop 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 sound that you made. There was also the exaggeration when you come off stage and then you use exaggeration, like the throat is so dry and you felt like drinking a river. When you say when a speaker says things like this with so much exaggeration, it tends to make people, you ignite their thought process like, wow, that's very big contrast, but that's what you're trying to achieve. And towards the end, you had a very strong ending. You wrapped it out all very well, and you said, together we achieve our goals, and really like ignite the passion for public speaking and what Toastmaster has done for you. Overall, as much as I would like to give people improvement suggestions for their speeches, I felt it was very hard to actually look for flaws, very little to improve. If I were to nitpick on it, I would just say, go a little bit slower on the pace. It wasn't bad, but if the pace was a little bit slower, people can maybe follow a little bit better. Overall, it was a very solid performance, very solid delivery, and I'm sure one's passion has ignited everyone else's passion, just as it's ignited mine. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Toastmaster Zing, for your wonderful sharing as an evaluator. I think you're also very kind to him, being a first time, and I really appreciate evaluators being very motivating, being very generous in encouraging first-time speaker in their icebreaker speech. Now I have instruction. Oh, all right. So we're gonna take a picture after the evaluation, probably a very short break after all the evaluation sessions. So for people who are behind the screen, having their dinner, things like that. So by the end of the evaluation session, we will have a group photo. If you want to have a makeup, if you want to dress up, please be ready that we're going to have a group photo after the evaluation session. So I saw Yuchin turning on her camera already, getting ready. Now we have our fourth evaluator, Effective Coaching Level 2. Toastmaster Kaman, who is also our timer, but now he is the evaluator for Toastmaster Iktifa. In your role as evaluator, I'll be your timer.
Thank you.
Kaman. So okay. I'll pass it to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. So long as man can breathe or eyes can see, so long live this, and this gives life to thee. If you recognize this sentence, Toastmaster Iktifa, that is Sonnet 18, the last two sentences. So I would say your speech suits the theme like this because it shows improvement and keep on moving forward, as what Sonnet 18 has mentioned. Now, to highlight any speech, what I love about a speech is a few things here. Number one is your speech organization. A good speech must have a combination of both facts, stories, and your purpose, which keeps me attracted. What I like about your speech is you have very good transition from the facts and the stories together. So it matches really clearly in terms of how you craft your speech. You even added a little bit of literary humor over there, which I really love as a literature person. You say Macbeth is a bedtime story. King Lear, an old guy that doesn't divide his land properly, which I can relate really well. So good job on that. And I like that you linked Sonnet 18 to your love story as well. So there is a very good transition of speech over there. So, and your speech purpose is actually tell a story, and the story which has a moral value in it. So what can we learn? So we learn about like Sonnet 18. How does it influence our lives, in our daily lives, and also in our love life? So your story actually links very clearly to that. In terms of delivery, I like that you added a few dialogues in here in your speech. Just that when you add dialogues, right, it's very good to differentiate between the characters. So what you can do is actually either turn around or use a different tone. Like if it's a girl, you go like, if it's a girl, you go like, ayo, you oh, that type of voice. Or a guy, you can go like, you must do this, or something like that. So change your voice or tone a little bit to elevate your dialogue. Second thing that I would like to work on is your pauses. Now, your speech, your pace is a little bit quick. and you actually go a bit fast, in my opinion. So slow down a bit, use a few pauses, take a deep breath, slow down, use a few pauses to actually accentuate drama in your speech. Like suddenly the car passed by, boosh, and it hit my girl. Dun, 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 something like that. Okay, so users pause actually dramatize your speech even better and also adds value to your storyline as well. Now, to overcome your speech even better is actually to work on your delivery. When you deliver a speech like a story, right, you need to dramatize it. You need to keep people excited, but at the same time with a message behind. So, in my opinion, when you craft your speech next time, work your stories a bit shorter, and take 1 or 2 minutes to actually end your speech firmer, so that people will understand what you're talking about in your speech. So overall, a few things to take note in your next speech, which is your vocal variety, your pacing, your pauses, and the way you craft your speech. Craft it so that you can actually fit in 7 minutes and you don't rush. So I'll talk to you more about this because of time. And with that, back to your Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kaman, for that wonderful evaluation. I'll private message you your time later after this. Let me just correct my screen. Okay, now we have heard from Toastmaster Kaman. We have now reached our, sorry, you see, the thing about speakerthon is that even the TME loses count of how many evaluated speakers we have. Next, we have Dynamic Leadership Level 5, Effective Coaching Level 1, Toastmaster Jeff Ng to give his evaluation to Toastmaster Jackie.
All right, thank you so much, Toastmaster of the evening, Sean. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmaster and guests, and especially to you, Toastmaster Jackie, I would like to first congratulate you for finishing your first, not your first project, or rather your follow-up project for this evaluation and feedback speech. With that, please give him a round of applause for his excellent job. Well done. Now to Toastmaster Jackie, I would say that in life, there's always a choice between the bitter truth or a sweet lie. And today, my role as the evaluator is always to give you, even though they call it the bitter truth, but having a bitter gourd is having a bittersweet melancholic sensation at the end. So I'll be personally giving you my feedback based on 2 perspectives, which is based on the first evaluator's feedback, which is by Lucy, and as well as my observation when I saw your speeches for today. So I'll be summing up with, of course, as usual, your excellent points for improvement, as well as your personal challenge. So let's get straight to the point of what you did well today. I really feel that in terms of your clarity, it's very clear. I can see the end message, which is for you to say that having a sweet lie sometimes occasionally is okay, right? So I can really definitely relate to that when it comes to that, especially when it comes to your real life experiences. I also can relate to that as well. So it's very relatable, very clear, and it's very concise. The second thing that I realized is that I love the way that you focus your eye contact throughout the screen here. So I can see that you really focus through the screen all the time. Your eyes are glued to that. And we can see that as well. So very well done in connecting us to all of us here today. And lastly, with regards to the previous feedback, what I realized is that during the middle of your speech, especially when you demonstrate the conversation between you and your supervisor in Japan, whereby you have to open the door, you actually using the cupboard door to actually open, and sometimes you knock the table and you feel frustrated. So I really find that it's very creative. And in fact, Lucy has actually mentioned that you should be more creative in using your speech. So well done on that. You have definitely applied that to your second feedback, definitely. All right. So with regards to the points of improvement as well as your personal challenge, I have a few nitpicks that perhaps I would like to suggest. First thing is that when it comes to the vocal, or rather your vocal variety, I can suggest to you a little bit more when it comes to the conversation between you and your supervisor. Like perhaps like we know that your supervisor is very angry, and you know he has a certain like I know that he's very angry at that time. I do not know how to pronounce it in Japanese, but perhaps like you can increase the tone when he's angry, right? And then like 5 minutes later, when you have a normal conversation, and that's where you have to put down the mask and then you have a sweet lie. So you increase the tone then 5 minutes later, when you come to that speech 5 minutes later, then perhaps like you tone back down the volume. So that's the first suggestion. The second thing, of course, when it comes to the creativity, at the end of your speech, almost towards the end, I realized that it has some kind of like hand gestures that are a bit repetitive, in my opinion, right? You keep on banging the table, but perhaps like you want to convey an important message, but your hands like being autonomous and you feel like you're very annoyed by it. So perhaps you want to take note of that a little bit. So my personal challenge to you is that definitely with a great speech and a great speaker, the great speech and a great speaker, definitely my personal challenge to you is that you definitely should have a a very a very, oh my god, come on. Okay, right. Wait, 1 minute. A great speech and a great speaker definitely will have to uplift you a little bit better, right? So work on your facial expression a little bit more to have a tenderized, or rather you synchronize your facial expression with your tone as well as your body language, right? This is important for me to say because throughout your speech, I really felt that you have been smiling the whole time as if like you're putting on the white line mask, you see. So perhaps like a little bit of bitter truth when it comes to your speech might be a little bit much more impactful when it comes to the speech conversation as well as the audience awareness, right? With that, I know time is already out and Carmen Kia reminding me, I think I see like 1 minute about that, but yeah, that's all from me. Back to you, Sean.
Right. Thank you, Toastmaster Jeff, and applause, quick mention and applause to Toastmaster Carmen for being the funniest timer, having a teacher look to all the speaker. You should really do that more often. It really pressures the speaker and evaluator to complete fast. Now, no pressure from Carmen on the next evaluator to be on time. I would like to invite Toastmaster Lucy to give her evaluation to Toastmaster Mehmet.
Hello, everyone. I'm evaluator for Mehmet. Firstly, I'm really appreciate for Mehmet's speech. Mehmet did a great job for today's speech. Now I would like to share some points that we can learn from Mehmet. The most shining part is Mehmet simulates the situation about the communication styles. It's a very innovative way to do a speech, to simulate a situation. It really attracts attracts audience to listen his speech. The second point is he does a good beginning, really attracts us to listen his speech. The third point is Mehmet's speech structure is very clear, very clear and attractive beginning, and after that he simulates the different situation to attract us to listen and let us know how is different communication style going. It's very interesting and very amazing. The fourth part is Mehmet's hand gesture and eye contact is very nice. And the five point is Mehmet is very confident to does his speech. It's really inspired by me. I also because the communication style is a huge topic when we do this speech, but Mehmet did very well. I also hope Mehmet can use his amazing communication style in his future leadership journey. In my opinion, I think there are still some points can improve. When I listen, you said when I listen your speech, you In the middle part, you quote some sentences from Toastmaster study materials. But I think if you in your normal life, you pay attention to the movie you watched before, the books you read before, there are many amazing catchphrase you can put in your speech. It will make your speech more shiny. In the conclusion, I really like your speech. I also learned a lot from your speech, and all the best for your future. I also expect your next speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lucy, for giving her really genuine feedback to Toastmaster members. I'm very sure that in all of us here, we always have something we can observe and always something we can offer as a room for improvement. So Toastmaster members, I do look forward to your next speech, and Toastmaster Lucy, I look forward to your next evaluation as well. Now we have reached to the final evaluation. Now, after this evaluation, just a call for everybody, we will have group photo. So this is your last chance to get that makeup on or finish that last bite in your dinner, because after this evaluation, we will have all our cameras turned on for a group photo. Now we have heard very encouraging and motivating evaluation from all the previous evaluator. But Toastmaster Eugene, she is well known as a very feisty table topic master. She can be very creative, but some say her table topics are ruthless. Let's hear from her evaluation of your level is Motivational Strategy Level 3, Toastmaster Eugene, to give her evaluation to Toastmaster Quimin. The Zoom is yours.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster of the evening, Sean. Yeah, I can be very encouraging as well because I'm in my motivational strategy pathway. So thank God, Toastmaster Quimin. Yeah, luckily this topic is not that mind-blowing, so I can catch up very easily. So I really like your speech that you have a very structured way on delivering your speech. So you begin with a heads up to all the audience. So I would say that this is very thoughtful. So you are aware that there are a lot of people, newcomers coming in, might not know who you are. So you give the heads up to the audience saying that you were the president of the last previous term. And then you came up with your purpose of leaderships and how you gotten there by sharing us your Toastmaster purpose, Toastmaster, and then you identify your leadership skills and then came along with your key takeaways by doing the 360 degrees of evaluations form. And then you share that actually what's the reason being that you didn't do this, which I think is very good. So you actually did a reflections on that. And I realized that despite of your lack of time, you don't really came to a conclusions very rush way. So I really like that how you can be so calm in deliver your conclusions, and then by closing your speech with a call to actions, encourage the newcomers of taking our leadership role. So kudos on that. If I may suggest some of the rooms of improvement on this project, I would say that I feel a little bit lack of engagement with the audience. Yeah, though everyone is connected with the internet, but we don't feel like that we are connected to your speech. So there's one point that I feel like you might did some things that to enhance your audience engagements. You were saying that some of the members in the EXCO teams left and we were in a different pathway. So you might be able to mention that who are they. Okay, another thing, secondly, I think that in topic wise, your name of the titles, your speech title is deals, but I couldn't see that there's some link with your speech. So you didn't mention that is it a good deal, bad deals, or best deal. So I don't see that there's a linkage between your speech titles and your speech objective. And secondly, I would think that you would have to better utilize that your background. So I realized that, let me share your screen. Okay, couldn't able to share my screen. So I realized that your screen is quite plain. So you tend to move like that. So that there's a very huge room of here, empty room here. So which I think that it could be able that if you able to use up like this, at least like leave some little space instead of very big space. A very good example that is that you can refer to Sean's. I think that Sean's background is a very purposeful, and his space is actually in the middle of the screens. Yeah, actually he's used out very I would say that stage utilizations, and then he did a very good job of screen utilizations. So all in all, that I think this is a very good project, and you deliver a very good speech. I would challenge you in adapting this new norm. You could have take advantage of this technology by utilize screen better and in more creative way. Thank you, Creamy, for sharing the leadership journeys, and I look forward to your next speech. Thanks.
Thank you, Toastmaster Eugene, for the wonderful sharing. I know it's never easy to evaluate a person at its level 5, but I really love the fact that you really nitpick, and that is kind of the expectation, ladies and gentlemen. Toastmaster, when you reach level 5, when you give evaluation, you are supposed to nitpick, because it's the only way for us to improve ourselves when we reach that level. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, let us all open our web camera and take a group photo. And I think I'll remove the spotlight and turn it on gallery. So I think we have 20. Oh, let me just turn off my virtual.
21.
21. Oh, great.
Yeah, you don't forget Mindy.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yo, Darren.
Minkang.
Long time no see already.
In a long
time.
time, Darren, how are you?
Hi,
I'm okay. I'm
Darren.
surviving.
Good.
Very
Everyone's
sweet
surviving.
also.
Sorry.
Okay.
Very sweet also.
Brandon, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Let us
So
have
to cap everybody.
Joshua, will you join us? I'll give Joshua 5 seconds.
Oh, yes.
Okay, Joshua is back.
Joshua's
Okay.
in. Awesome.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Okay. 3, 2, 1. All right. One more for funny one.
Funny God, I know.
Okay, do this.
What funny pose can we do on Zoom? This
This
Follow
is
That is
Darren style.
all.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. I can't do it because I have to press. So I do like this.
This is like the MOE's punya what pose soaring upwards.
Sorry, I was at
Sorry,
Isma last time, the last
Aiyo.
term. Yeah.
Last time, now,
Okay.
I don't know what's the
Now
MOE's
it's
direction.
Doraemon.
Now. All right, so everybody, the poll is out. Please vote for your best evaluator for tonight.
To quote someone from Tasi, unleash the pole. Oh
Unleash
my God.
the poll.
Oh, I actually missed the first 3 evaluators, so I don't think I'll vote this round.
Darren,
you
just
confirm?
because you're in law doesn't mean you have to be fair and just every time.
Well, but it's still an unfair advantage for those whom I heard, right? Because it's like an extra vote.
Hey, Darren, congrats on your confirmation.
What confirmation?
Your lawyer thingy.
Oh,
Or
that
is
was
it
7 years ago. I was just sharing the
Okay.
Facebook memories.
Hey!
Yeah,
Oh, good times.
but thanks anyway.
Okay, 7 years late. Congratulations.
Are we taking a break for 5 minutes?
All right.
Sorry.
Yes. We can. If anyone wants a toilet break, or you all, it's okay.
We can have a 5 minutes break. We're still on time.
All right. Can. So
Okay,
5
5
minutes. Now it's 9:02. We'll be back by 9:07.
Yep.
So please remember to vote before you go for a break.
Yep.
Calling for once, calling twice, closing the poll.
Wow, we're still in time.
Yeah. I actually add a lot of buffer time for the agenda, so we're definitely on time.
Okay, cool.
Mm.
So how's everybody felt about speakerthon? I am tired. I'm gonna get a drink.
This is
It's
quite
fast
okay.
paced lah.
Good
It's quite
speeches lah.
okay.
Yeah.
Ben,
Because
can you do one more poll whether we want to do this another time or how?
Oh, later I will ask everyone during the announcement time. Yeah.
Okay.
Now have a break first.
If the speeches are interesting, then it's fun. If the speeches are boring, then you get to fall asleep. Seriously.
Yes.
Just imagine two
Yeah,
ladies.
I've been to the speakerthon with 12 speakers.
12 speakers.
12.
How many hours was that?
3 hours. Like the maximum that last time, Jackie, what's the last time that we have done so far? The longest?
6 to 8 speakers. I couldn't
Maximum.
remember.
Yeah,
I
maximum
think
is that number only.
6 or 8 maximum.
Yeah,
I went.
that's happening in 12 speakers in Singapore.
Cool.
3 sessions. 4.
Oh.
So it's 4 speakers, then rest for a while, then 4 speakers again, then rest for a while, then the evaluation.
4 speaker, 4 evaluation, 4 speaker, 4 evaluation, 4 speaker.
Oh, okay.
I'm on the 3rd session as a evaluator. So I've been waiting so long.
Yeah, like Kaman said, if the speeches were great, then the flow were very, very great. But if the speeches were
so you really need to prepare speakers.
Yeah.
So if you take the speech slot, then please prepare for the speech lah. If not, you're wasting people's time only.
Yeah, some of the speakers, the worst part is they will go for I think one of the pathway with presentation. I can't remember. Second level I think. Presentation with
visual aid.
Oh, with the item with the visual aid.
Visual aid.
I got on that part got 3 speeches using a visual aid. So slide after slide after slide.
Ayo.
Like listening to lecture.
Slide after slide, and this one guy talking about insurance, this one guy talking about population, this one guy all technical stuff.
Brain freeze law, brain damage after that.
Jackie, still remember the old system, right? There's a manual called delivering technical speeches, and you've done you've done one, isn't it? So difficult. Technical speeches.
Too technical. Wow. It's very difficult. The audience will feel damn bored.
Actually can be done. Actually, technical can be done. I done it before. It can be fun if you know how to. Problem is right now when you do the technical speeches, you're using too much jargon.
Yes.
That's the problem. So you just turn it around now.
Yeah.
But then
we have Darren to share with us all the article.
Article the fact is lah.
According to the journal of what journal?
No lah, just imagine that conference also, right? After the 4th speaker or the 3rd speaker, right, I already like macam zoom out already, want to sleep and everything.
But it may be a bit easier over Zoom though, because on Zoom you have much more multimedia control. Yeah.
Multimedia.
Also, it's less engaging if you're going through Zoom. It just doesn't. It's more difficult.
It doesn't feel the That's what I have been telling Carmen. I don't feel the at all.
Still remember last time when you deliver your division level speech, you call us to pakat with all the signs. Still remember your division level, your last division.
Don't spill out the secret, Carmen.
Okay. No, pakat.
You don't have to when to smile, you know.
Then we all
was one of the few that help you, create an atmosphere.
Then humor speech, we all pakat already. Humor speech got the audience engagement or audience response. Then the moment Jackie go out and speak, or any one of us go out and speak, we all laugh so damn loud.
Those were the days, and now cannot cheat anymore. Now everyone will be so quiet.
You have to remember, you thought the judge doesn't know. The judge know already which one is pakat or not.
Yeah, of course. When I role play as judge at the time, I know, of course.
But then the humorous speech, right, it's a bit blunt this year because of the Zoom thingy.
Yeah.
I don't feel the Fanny is not there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, time's up.
All right.
Right.
All right, so we're back to our Toastmaster meeting. Everybody, thank you for staying tuned and still coming back after the 5-minute break and not disappeared. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now have our role players report, which includes the grammarian, the R counter, and the timer report. One thing for sure, I really salute all the role players for tonight because you have given extended amount of time and effort to listen to 7 speeches, 7 evaluations. So really kudos to you all. So with that, I would like to invite our first role player, Toastmaster Ken Ting, to give his grammarian's report.
So thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. I'll share my screen for the report. Sorry, the
Okay,
host did
Continue. You can share it now.
Oh, okay. So can you all see my screen?
Yep.
Okay. So Mr. or Madam General Evaluator, fellow Toastmaster and guests, this is my report. So the word of the evening is melancholic. So Sean used it 3 times, Kenneth 1 time, Min Kang 1 time, Jackie 1 time, and Jeff 1 time. So there's no misused words. And for the part incorrect pronunciation, we have some Malaysia. It should be read as some Malaysian. And disastrous, the correct pronunciation is disastrous with a S. So there's no poor sentence structure. And there's one overused phrases, that is and everything. So for the excellent words, phrases, and sentences, number 1 is speakathon. This is what we are doing tonight. And education is the movement from darkness to light, which is a quote. Gushing of words. The Return of the King is the movie title from Lord of the Ring. And finally, is that it sparks. So this is my grammar report. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Ken Ting. Now, I would like to invite our second role player, which is Toastmaster Alpha, to present her R counter report.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. I will now present my R counter report. Unfortunately, I won't share my screen because I currently have problems with my Google Documents. Iftifar said so 11 times. He also said like 10 times. And he repeated so like quite a few times. And he used then redundantly 3 times. Sean used so 9 times, 6 times, and once. Sibao said so 4 times and once. Kenneth said once, right once, so once. 1 as in 1 DJ Ash, not 1 the number. 1 only said once. Good job. Carmen said so 4 times and like once. Min Kang used so 4 times, twice, and he said and twice redundantly. Jeff used so 4 times and he used once. Jackie used so twice and he repeated I think for quite a few number of times. Lucy repeated 3 times, 4 times. Maman repeated so 5 times and like 4 times. Yu Chin said 6 times. She used so 8 times, 8 times, and she repeated I think twice. Kui Min only used so 5 times. Min Lee said so twice, 3 times, 2 times, and she used actually redundantly 3 times. Zing, who is once evaluator, said once and once. And Kenteng, Kenteng did not use any repeated words. That's all my counter report. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Toastmaster Alpha, for really nitpicking and really observe the many souls that we have said. I rightfully said by 85. I think the word of the day for tonight is the word soul. And we're going to have a lot of points for saying the word soul. So we're going to proceed with our next role players report, which is Toastmaster Kaman, to present his timer's report.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Evening. For the benefit of new members, here is my report. Now, for icebreakers, you won't be overtime or under time if you spoke less than 30 seconds and more than 30 seconds. So if let's say your timing is 4 to 6 minutes, if you're less than 3 minutes 30 seconds and more than 5 minutes 30 seconds, means you're overtime. So for for icebreakers, Kenneth, Ming Kang, and Wan, so your time should be 5 minutes 46 seconds, 6 minutes 02 seconds, and 6 minutes 19 seconds respectively. You're all on time. Congratulations. For the other 4 speakers, it's 5 to 7 minutes, so means you speak less, it must be more than 4 minutes 30 seconds and less than 7 minutes 30 seconds. So Iktifa is 7 minutes exact, Jackie is 6 minutes 59 seconds, Manman 14, Kuimin is 7 minutes 29 seconds, all on time. Congratulations, speakers. For evaluation, it's supposed to be 2 to 3 minutes. So for the benefit of the guests, if you speak more than 3 minutes 30 seconds, it's considered overtime. So there are 3 people who need to suffer my cross today. This one, which is Jeff Ng, Jai Xueqi, and Eugene. Special mention, Jeff went overtime, the champion for today. So the others, you've went on time, so congratulations. Meeting starts at 7:01 p.m. President address took 2 minutes 10 seconds. TME took 5 minutes 55 seconds, all on time. Congratulations. Grammarian took 1 minute, and our counter, I forgot to time your time because I'm timing this, and I also forgot to time my time. So with that, that's the end of my timers report. Back to you.
Thank you, Kaman, for taking the time to time everybody. Ever since the start of the meeting, it's never an easy task, especially right now. So many speakers and so many speeches to time. Now that we are coming to an end, and it's about time that we announce our best speaker and best evaluator. I believe, Ben, you already have the results. So ladies and gentlemen, unmute yourself and give a drum roll for tonight's best speaker. Drum roll.
Oh.
And the best speaker for tonight is...
Dang.
Yes, woo!
Yes.
Nice hair,
The
DJ.
screen
Ash.
cap though.
DJ.
Really look like DJ.
We are looking forward for another Mahatma Gandhi from our club to be producer.
Oh, looking forward to that
Thank you.
Mahatma Gandhi level speech. Now,
What? I forgot Kada, whatever.
all right. Now that we know our best speaker, let us announce our best evaluator. Drum roll. And our best evaluator for tonight goes to Toastmaster Zing.
Wow, pair
Very handsome.
winner.
Oh, one pair.
That's right. Congratulations.
Congratulations to our best speaker and best evaluator. I'm not sure what Ben would send over to you, but
himself.
His love and kisses.
Yeah, Ben will send himself.
all right. And thank you so much for being with us for tonight. It's been a great pleasure being your Toastmaster of the evening. And with that, I pass the floor back to our president. Influence IP is what?
Innovative planning.
Innovative planning level 3, Toastmaster Ben.
All right, thank you, Sean. So ladies and gentlemen, now is the announcement session. And tonight I have 2 announcements to make and 1 survey to make. So we start with the announcement first. So again, there will be a contest going on 14th of December for our own club, Toastmasters Club, within the club. It's a club contest consisting of international speech contest and also evaluation contest. But for international speech, there will be a requirement for you to complete at least level 2 of your pathway. But for evaluation contest, there will be no requirements. Anyone can join. So I encourage those new members and also old members, let us participate in the contest. And after you have won the contest in the club level, you can proceed to area level and division level and also district level, like what Kaman said just now. Some areas are quite hard, but for our areas, I believe we have the capability to win area. yeah, so I look forward for that from the members. Then the second announcement is that we will have a Toastmasters of Evening workshop. It's actually hosted by Telecom and Maxis, but due to legal reason, they are parking the name under our club. So with that, I encourage everyone to join the Toastmasters of Evening workshop. It will be done by distinguished Toastmaster Li Hua. She's actually an experienced Toastmasters, and from the poster, she has done 10 years of experience in global direct selling, and she's also an experienced MC and speaker. So if you are interested to learn more about MCing or being the Toastmasters of Evening for the club, especially for new members, if you want to try to be a Toastmasters of Evening like Sean, like he said, it's quite tiring, but especially for tonight. And it also requires some skills for you to entertain the audience. So we can all learn from this workshop. It's on 21st of November. I'll send the link inside the group again later. 21st of November, and it's at 2:30 until 4 p.m. Yeah, I'll send the link later. Then the final thing is about survey. So I want to know from you guys, what do you guys think about the speech marathon? Do you think it's too long, too boring, or do you guys want table topics inside the speech marathon? Because the reason that we did the speech marathon was because I noticed like we have a lot of members here, and the speech slot demand is quite high. So that is why we did the speech marathon. But I want to know from you guys, what do you guys think? Jackie, do you think speech marathon should continue?
So fast passing the ball to me. Well, I think I fully understand that the requirement of the condition where the club members are expanding, then we need to allocate more speech slots for the members. But I think this kind of thing can be done maybe twice, once per 2 months or once per month. It cannot be done actually weekly or for your bi-weekly meeting. It will be, you cannot attract more new members. So having the table topic section is actually one of the best way for them to communicate or for them to interact with us for the new members. So I think maybe for the past experience, maybe I would say that once per month or bi-monthly, I think it will be better for you.
Okay, thank you, got it. So any other opinion? I think
Jeff,
that's a good point also.
Sorry, Ben. Jeff, can I have your insight? Can we have your insights on this?
Sure. Right. So I would say Speakathon is a very interesting initiative in a sense. I can concur with both sides. Like from Jackie's perspective, I can understand that Speakathon can help to actually benefit the new members especially, but we also have to consider these the usefulness of table topics in regular meetings. On the other hand, I also agree that when it comes to improving our members, and especially towards achieving our goals, especially for our members, sometimes having more speech slots can be useful. So I would say that for Speakathon, I would suggest that you can actually utilize according to your benefit, the overall benefit of the members. Get the survey from everyone, all the members, how they really think about Speakathon and how they can benefit from the members. That's the first thing. Second thing, once you get the survey done, see where it actually gauges, because sometimes you can see some very useful feedbacks from the members, and you can see how the direction is going from there. So personally, I would say it can carry both the good and the bad, but it really depends on the situation. Some situation it carries the good, some situation it carries the bad. So the most important thing is always ask back the members how we feel about this and things like that. My personal opinion, I have no comments, because definitely for me it's definitely a good thing when it comes to planning and achieving DCP goals in the long term. At the same time, we also need to consider the club culture as well as the club interaction and meeting and the quality as well. So yeah, there are a lot of dimensions to consider. Yeah. Back to you, Ig and Ben. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Jeff. I think to cut short this session, we will hand out a survey form for you guys, all the members, to fill in, so that we can know if you really like the session or not, anonymously. Yeah, we'll send inside the group later when we have done the form. So I have done the announcement session. But before that, I would like to invite Zing from BP Bangsa Toastmasters Club. He just now encouraged our members to join their club as they are looking for speaker slot also. So Zing, can you share with us your meeting schedule?
Sure. Our BP sessions are every fortnight on Tuesday. So we have one tomorrow, which is a bit last minute for you guys, unless you guys feeling adventurous. But we actually have all the slots filled up already. But we're always looking for speakers, evaluators, any role players. Reach out to me. I'll send me an email. I don't want to put my number down. But yeah, reach out to me. We're perfectly open, and I think till this month end of the year, we actually still have a lot of slots open. Yes, Dr. Yvonne. Oh, just my 5 cents on this session. It's actually the first for me, and it's actually quite enjoyable. I do understand it's a bit long. It's a bit hard to squeeze in table topic also, which I actually enjoy. But I think it's a bit tiring for everyone, especially the role players who has actually listened to 7 speeches and evaluations. But I would say this is very well organized by you guys. So I look forward to more of this.
Okay, thank you, Zing. Zing, just now I didn't catch it. Your BP's meeting is on Tuesday, what time?
Tuesday, 11:30 until 1. We normally do 3 prepared speeches and table topic.
Okay, got it. Thank you, Zing. All right, then we have another guest. Is Saifu still here? Saifu. Saifu, do you want to promote about Lead Toastmaster?
Lead Toastmaster, we're going to have a joint meeting soon. I will pass the information to Tifa. I think if I'm not mistaken, by end of the month, the next Monday. For Zing, but I think I've been in this club about five times. This is my 5th time for the Toastmaster. 2 times in real in the classroom. in the meeting about 2 times.
I remember you, Saifu.
Of course, one of the monster. Okay. Anyway, I love it be here. That's why even I do come back, came late, I just join in. So I know. And so if any meeting next time you need my help in terms of evaluation, I think just give me a call. I'll do my best.
Okay, thank you, Saifu. Then as for clubbing opportunities, I'll send also inside the group. We have the usual one like Air Products, MIA Toastmasters, which are all our neighbors. Jeff, do you have anything to say?
Yes. In fact, I have few more extra announcements for from district level and stuff. Do permit me to speak a bit. Right, as a fellow club member, at least. All right. Yeah, thank you so much, Ben. So yeah, Brad has promoted just now about TME workshop. So to add on for this joint initiative with Division P, Distinguished Toastmaster Li Hua is also actually an author of a book called Everyone Can Network. She has published a book on that. And she's also from DTM Advanced Toastmasters Club from Division J, right? So, and also a member of Apple Mentors Toastmasters Club in D102 as well, right? She's a dual member. So yeah, do take the opportunity if you have the time. On the same time also, if you are interested to be a storyteller and as well as someone who can connect others with storytelling, we will have a Star Speakers webinar by Distinguished Toastmaster Duncan Sen, which is a past district governor, right? Also on the same time from 2 to 5 p.m. So you have the opportunity and you want to know more about storytelling, you can always sign in. It's still not too late. We are still open for registration for a Star webinar series, right? For this coming Saturday noon. And the most importantly, if you are an aspiring contestant, the winner champion, on that Saturday night, which is a judging workshop, so this will be your chance to know what are the criteria of how the contest judges will actually look for when it comes to contest. Whether you are looking for a contest judge, being a contest judge, or whether you are a contestant but you want to know the criteria of how the scoring or the marks are being evaluated or judged by these voting judges, please do come for that Saturday night as well. So it will be briefed by Distinguished Toastmaster Peng Yu, who is also a past district director from our district. And he's definitely an experienced Toastmaster when it comes to judging. He has been a chief judge, voting judge, tiebreaker judge, right? Based on his experience. So definitely, if you are a contestant, aspiring champion, soon to be voting judges, you know, tie-breaking judge, chief judge, this is a skill that must have for the workshop. So do drop by for this Saturday night as well. Right, with that. Thank you so much, and over to you, Ben. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Jeff. But new members, I think you might be intimidated by so many workshops and so many different terms like distinguished Toastmasters, star speakers, etc. But don't worry, later I'll work with Jeff and we'll list out the upcoming events. And I encourage you guys to join because you have already paid the membership, and I believe that you want to gain the maximum from Toastmasters. And so please do join actively. But I know it's very, how to say, at first as a new member, I also don't know what are all of these stuff. So if you don't know, don't worry, just ask any one of us. Okay, don't worry. Then now, ladies and gentlemen, is the closing speech. I'll keep it short as we are running out of time. So ladies and gentlemen, now we have come to the end of the meeting. And today we have 3 speakers who are attempting the icebreaker, new members, DJ Ash, Kenneth, and also Minka. Now, as we can see from them, 3 of them have their own motive when they join Toastmasters. One want to become a better educator, one want to become a best public speaker in the world, and Min Kang who found value from Toastmasters from years ago. And all of them I can see tonight, right? I think we can all see from them tonight, they have all prepared very well. Like Kenneth actually, I noticed he gelled his hair tonight for the speech. So I believe they have all prepared a lot. And like DJ Ash, he said he's usually the chill guy, but today he also prepared very well, very impressive. So I'm very proud of the new members. But for the members who haven't attended their icebreaker speech, don't worry. We still have our upcoming meeting 2 weeks later. And you can also join in the other clubs speeches. Alpha and who's here? Joshua. You guys can also try to do the icebreaker next week, and also Genting. All right. Then also we have experienced speaker from today, Naaman, Iktifa, Hui Min, and also who else? Who was that? And also Jackie. Now, I think today's speech is quite long. I understand that we have 7 speech, but I think we enjoyed their speech. We have Jackie explaining and shared his harsh experience in Japan. Then we have Iktifa who shared his quite melancholic love story. I was actually shocked at the end. Darren wasn't here, so I summarized for you, Darren. Later, maybe you can ask Iktifa. It's very shocking at the end.
I see him trying to hide.
He shared his first love, and I think you can ask from him later. So I think, although it's a very long night, we are now at 9:30, but I believe we all enjoyed the speeches nonetheless. Later, I'll send the survey form to you guys so that we can decide if we still want to continue the speech marathon. All right. So thank you everyone for joining us tonight. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Good night. Good night. Have a good rest.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Okay, thank you. Good to be back.
Take care.
Everyone.
Take care.
Also,
take
thanks
care.
for coming, the guests. Saifu.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Curious, any chit chat session?
If you want. if you
Someone
want.
want to chat session. Ayo.
Can. I just woke up. The whole night I will not be sleeping.
Same. I won't be sleeping also.
Hey,
Night hours,
Iktifa, I
Yeah.
made you the host. I gotta go for a moment, so I give you the host.
okay,
I'll quit.
okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye, Ben.
All right, I have to go as well. Bye, guys.
Bye.